So this is the story time about my first high school fight. You guys know how we all have like a group of friends, and somewhere in that group of friends, there's that one bitch that just don't like you for no reason, so you don't like them for not liking you for no goddamn reason. Yeah, that's how my friend group runs. Like, I was cool with everybody else in the group, but this one bitch, and so we just never liked each other. Well, she never liked me, bitch. I didn't pay her no mind. Always giving each other the side eye, like, bitch, ho, what the fuck you gonna do? Not the goddamn thing. The tension was building between us, and so one day when I was at school, class just ended, so I'm on my way to my next class, surprisingly, because I skipped hella. And I see this group of kids walking towards me. And in the front of that little group was that little bitch. We're gonna call this bitch Smurf because the bitch was shorter than me. She was like a Oompa Loompa size. So Smurf is in front of this group of kids walking towards me. And I'm like, what the fuck does this bitch want? But low key, you guys, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of scared because I thought the bitch was gonna jump me, but I'm not gonna look scared. I'm like, bitch, what? But inside, I'm like, oh my God, what? And then when she get to me, she's like, me, lunchtime. We're gonna fight, bitch. I'm like, bitch, bet. I see your ass at lunch. Even though Smurf was like smaller than me, I was hella scared because I'd never really been into like a fight. So I was like, oh my God, this bitch just called me out. If you didn't go to the fight, oh, that's even worse than getting your ass whipped. So you might as well go to the fight, get your ass whipped if that's the case. Even though I didn't want to go, I had no choice. Because if I didn't go, that's like, people are going to really just look down on you at school like you were a scary ass bitch and try to punk you. So I had to fucking go. And I'm like, I thought tough, but I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck? So during class period, I couldn't even focus on class. All I'm thinking about is like, once this class is over, it's lunchtime, and like my heart's like, there's nothing I can fucking do to get out of this because the bitch called me out in front of everybody. And so once class is over, I walk outside the classroom, and it's a group of kids like waiting for me. Like they were gonna escort me to make sure I went to the fight. Like, I don't need you hoes escorting me. I was gonna go. I don't want to. I had a group of kids surrounding me and they were all hyping me up. Back then I smoked cigarettes. So they're like, giving me a cigarette to smoke. My adrenaline's rushing. My blood is pumping. So as I'm approaching Smurf, you can just see from a distance a group of kids surrounding her. So she had her own little group. Here I am walking up with the group of kids surrounding me, hyping me up, telling me, you got this. And I'm like, I got this. But deep down inside, I'm like, I don't want this. I was raised in a household where I was always taught never to throw the first hit, but if someone put their hands on you, you better whoop their ass or come home and get an ass whooping. So I wasn't going to throw the first hit. If I didn't throw that last hit, ooh, I got an ass whooping. As I am walking up to this bitch, I had micro braids at the time, so cause I had like long ass braids. I didn't want the bitch grabbing my hair. I'm just thinking, I need to get this bitch on the ground. Because for some reason, I felt like I was a better ground fighter than standing up and fighting. And my exes always taught me like different type of wrestling moves when we were together because they loved watching wrestling. We used to play around. They used to teach me some wrestling moves to get a person on the ground. So I felt like I was a better ground fighter. So as we're getting closer and closer and closer, I'm just like, God, let an earthquake happen. Let lightning strike me down. Let a teacher run up. Something just... I'm not trying to fight this bitch because I didn't know if Smurf can fight. She called me out, so I felt like she could fight, and I never really been into a fight. So I'm just like, I'm about to get my ass whipped. I'm about to get my ass whipped in front of the whole fucking school, and that's gonna be it. This girl's gonna whip my ass, so that's all gonna be said and done. But at least I showed up. And so as I get closer and closer, I see our group of friends with that bitch. And I'm not even tripping because, they were friends to both of us. But like, bitch, y'all supposed to be walking up with me, but y'all with this. Okay, anyways, whatever. I finally reached Smurf, and we're in each other's faces like this, like, bitch, hit me first. No, bitch, you hit me. What you gonna do? Just all that talking shit. We were so close to each other, we could have just been like, and kids so easily. And so we're like, bitch, what you gonna do? Someone ended up pushing Smurf into me. In my head, that's a hit. So Hannah starts swinging. So we're swinging at each other. And she had her hair up in the bun. Like I said earlier, I feel like I'm a better ground fighter, so I need to get this bitch on the ground. So I grab the bitch's hair and I wrap my hand around it because her hair is long. Once I wrapped my hand around it, I threw that bitch to the ground and I got on top of her. So now I'm like straddling the bitch. Like I'm on top of the bitch, straddling her. Is that the right word? I don't know. But you guys know what I mean. Like I'm on top of the bitch. So I'm holding her down with the same hand I wrapped her hair around, and with my other hand, I'm just like, hitting the bitch in the face. While she's on the ground, my face is open, clocking me back in the face. Our adrenaline's high. I don't think either of us felt the hits that we were giving each other, but we were hitting each other hard. I admit that. Fuck it. In my mind frame, if we get into a fight, it's either killed or be killed type of situation for me, because you never know how far a motherfucker would go. So I'm like, the bitch in the face. And next thing you know, crowd of kids, they pulled us apart. They're like, okay, break it up, round two. So they pulled us apart, round two, catch your breath, because we were out of breath. And so we're just like, bitch, what? Trying to breathe. But that particular day, you guys, I wore a ring to school that had like a diamond on top of it. It was on my left hand and I'm right-handed. As we were like catching our breath, getting prepared for round two, I went like this. I took that ring smooth off my left hand and stuck that bitch smooth on my right hand. And I positioned it so the diamond's like sticking straight up in the middle, right? Now it's round two. And we're like, what, bitch? We're like walking towards each other. And when we walk towards each other, I just swing and I hit the bitch in the face. All you see is just like blood squirting out. I'm not really trying to fight the bitch no more because, you know, bitch, I'm not trying to get your blood on me. You could have cooties. I'm not trying to get no cooties. You got cooties, ho. When she starts bleeding, and she's bleeding bad, like I hit her like above her eyebrow, leaking down into her eye. It was like squirting out. And the bitch was still trying to fight me. I'm like, bitch, clean up your face. Your face is bleeding, bitch. Your face is spitting out blood. That's when the fight ended. We're walking back to school and all my little friends, or who I thought was my little friends, is all around her. They're consoling her. The bitches in my friends group over there with her hand like this, trying to catch the blood. Bitch, what you gonna do? Catch the blood and put it back in her body? You look dumb. Back at school, and we were like in the building, I was walking past the office. One of the friends I was walking with, she said something about the fight. Our assistant principal came out right when she said something, and he was like, oh, what'd you say? My ass, I'm trying to like play it off. I was like, oh, nothing. You know, she just like hurt herself, made up some stupid lie. And he was like, in the office. Fuck. Now I'm in the principal's office. They have that bitch too. Sure enough, I got suspended. I guess there was other kids talking to the assistant principal. One of the kids at the school told him that she threw the first hit. So even though I got suspended too, her suspension was longer than mine. So he called up my mom, told her I was suspended. Fuck. I just got into a fight and now I'm gonna have to go home and get my ass whooped because now I done got suspended and my mom's about to be pissed off and she was already home from work. Great. So she sent my sister to come get me. She walked down to the high school, got me, and so now we're walking back. I see Smurf's stepdad. He was going to the school. And so when he see me, he's like, keep your fucking hand off my daughter. I'm already kind of just like sad because I'm about to get my ass whooped. So I'm just like, whatever. I didn't even say nothing, but my sister's like, tell your fucking daughter to keep her fucking hands off my sister, bitch. Hey, siblings got each other's back. So my sister cussed his ass out. Once we get to my house, I walk in. My mom's sitting down in the living room. My brother's there too. Great. She's about to whip my ass in front of all my siblings. My mom looked at me and she's like, so did you beat her ass? Yeah. You better whoop her ass. You ain't even grounded. The assistant principal told my mom that I didn't throw the first hit. So my mom wasn't even tripping about that. I wasn't even in trouble. I didn't even get grounded. It's like a mini vacation for me. My mom was like, you whooped her ass? You whooped her ass. Okay, shit. She put her hands on you. You better whoop her ass. I'm on vacation, y'all. I'm going upstairs to change my clothes and relax, okay? Because my vacation just started. Fast forward like a week or two later, I ended up seeing Smurf at the community center. Right after the fight, I did feel bad because, like I said, I'm not a fighter. I don't like hurting people. And, like, when I hit the bitch, she started bleeding. And so when I seen her, she had, like, stitches above her eye and, like, a Band-Aid. So clearly this bitch went to, like, the emergency room to get that shit stitched up. I didn't know my ring that I hit her with went that deep into her face to the point where she had to get stitches. And so I walked up to her, like, you know what? I just want to say I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, like, hit you to the point where I busted your eye open, basically. I just want to apologize for that. And she's like, yeah, it's cool. Even though we kind of squashed the beef, we still didn't like each other. But that is the story of my first high school big girl fight. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button. If you're not following me, make sure you hit that subscribe and follow a girl. And let's not forget, sharing is caring. So feel free to share any of my content. I got more story time and videos coming to you on a device near you. Remember to stay safe, stay healthy, but most important one, stay you. Because hey, we can't be nobody else, so we might as well be us and be us good. You feel me? Anyway, peace out.